A few years ago, I opened a Facebook to check posts. I saw that 3 of my lifelong friends were away on a trip together without me. What they were doing wasn't really my thing, so I sort of got why I wasn't there and probably wouldn't have wanted to be involved. But, however, something about seeing them on the trip when usually I would be there hurt. And the fact that they put it on Facebook, and if they thought about it, they would have realised I would see it, well, that stung. I later discovered that one of them had been in my area visiting other people, but not me. This was also through Facebook. And this wasn't just once, it was several times. And surely she knew I would see these posts too. This person had been an important part of my life and shared in some milestone moments. I had this awful feeling in my gut and felt extremely unimportant to her. Despite this, I carried on sending birthday cards, occasionally messaging, making attempts to catch up, which we did one time, but this stayed with me. And when a few years later I was trying to share with her my take on a controversial topic and she wouldn't accept my different point of view, the friendship ended. She brought up our lifelong friendship, but to me that friendship had already reduced significantly due to the earlier events, so I'd already had enough, and I moved on. At first I wondered whether Facebook had damaged the friendship, but over time I realised something different. Maybe Facebook didn't damage it. Maybe it revealed something that had already changed. That's a painful thought. Because sometimes we're holding on to a friendship that exists in our hearts, but not in the same way in someone else's. Without technology, I might have carried on believing everything was fine, despite that gut feeling though. Instead, I had to face a difficult truth. Not every friendship stays the same forever. But there's another side to this conversation. I don't think technology just reveals problems. I think it can sometimes create them too. We expect instant replies, we misunderstand texts, we scroll while someone is talking, we compare our ordinary lives with everyone else's highlight reels, we react before we've asked questions. Technology gives us more information, but not necessarily more understanding. Today I want to ask a question. Has technology made friendship easier or harder? Now, before anyone misunderstands me, I'm not anti-technology. I use it every day. In fact, I'm using it now. I'm grateful I can keep in touch with family and friends, learn almost anything, and even have conversations with people all over the world. Technology has given us incredible gifts. But I also wonder, has it quietly changed the way we experience relationships? Not because friendship itself has changed. Human beings haven't changed that much. We still long to be known, accepted, and loved. But the environment our friendships exist in has changed dramatically. Years ago, if your friends got together without you, you probably never knew. If someone visited your town but didn't call in, you might never have found out. Today, you often know, and sometimes that knowledge changes everything. I recently read about a father whose son was using AI to help write text messages to his girlfriend. The messages sounded thoughtful and caring, but when they met in person, she said, "You're not the same person." That really made me think. If technology starts speaking for us, are we still learning how to communicate? Are we still becoming the kind of people who know how to apologise, encourage, listen, and love? Or are we outsourcing those skills? Sometimes I think using text to communicate can put things out of context. There is no tone, no meaning, little context. And this led me to assuming someone did not want to be a friend anymore when actually she was just really busy. 3 years later, she made contact and I asked her if I offended her, and she said no. She had just been busy. So I just took the wrong message from those texts. Anyway, and seeing what your friends or so-called friends are doing on social media is not the same as sitting down and talking to them and catching up. Maybe they are just Facebook or Snapchat friends, not real friends. Technology has made relationships more convenient. It has not necessarily made us more committed. We can send a thumbs up instead of having a conversation, send a birthday message without making a phone call, like someone's post without really knowing how they're doing. Ask, have we Have we confused staying connected with building connection? Maybe we're forgetting how to be bored together. Years ago, if you were waiting for a friend at a cafe or sitting around after dinner, you talked, even if it was making conversation with strangers around you. Now everyone reaches for their phone. How many people can cope today without being connected and online? But really, we should be asking ourselves how long the human race will survive if all relationships are online and stay online. Real friendships survive because people work through misunderstandings. Technology can make it easier to avoid these difficult conversations. Instead of saying, "Can we talk?" we simply stop replying or mute someone or unfollow them. Or conflict isn't resolved, it's avoided. Technology can make us think we know people well, as they might post what they had for breakfast. We know where they went on holiday, we know their latest opinion, but do we actually really know them? Do we know what's really going on for them, or just the glossy social media version? Friendship requires practice, listening, reading facial expressions, learning when someone is hurt, apologizing, showing empathy. Those are the muscles of friendship. If technology does too much for us, those muscles weaken. As I thought about all this, I realized something. One day, Facebook will disappear. Instagram will disappear. AI will be replaced by something even more advanced. But kindness won't become outdated. Faithfulness won't become outdated. Showing up for people won't become outdated. The qualities that make someone a good friend have survived every generation, which made me ask another question. When people remember me one day, what will they remember? Will they remember my social media posts? Or will they remember how I made them feel? Technology will keep changing. Platforms will come and go. Artificial intelligence will become more intelligent. But love, patience, faithfulness, generosity, these are still the things that build a life. I don't think technology is the enemy. In fact, it has enriched my life in many ways. But I do think we need to be intentional. The best friendships still grow the old-fashioned way, through time, through honesty, through showing up, through listening, through forgiveness. Technology can help us connect, but it can't replace genuine human connection. So perhaps the question isn't, has technology changed friendship? Perhaps it's this. Am I using technology to strengthen my relationships, or is it quietly weakening them? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Has technology ever strengthened one of your friendships? Or has it ever revealed or even created a crack that wasn't there before? Do you relate to any of my own personal stories, and how do you balance technology with real face-to-face or voice-to-voice connection? Do you have more or less real friends since the invention of social media and the internet? Please leave your own stories and any comments below, and please like and subscribe if you're finding my channel and my content interesting and valuable. Hopefully, I'll see you next week when I talk about legacy after a surprising thing that happened to me recently at a funeral. Keep your human connection thriving. See you next week.